stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. It's Wednesday, it's hump day for all you camel fans out there. Camels. Let's see. I think I'm trying to get the most bang for my buck here. So I'm thinking if I have the camera about right there, a little bit over. There we go. Right there. That's probably the best place for the camera. You like the little design my cat made? Yeah, it's different on the camera than that. That's from a cat drawing a design. It looks like a little bunny rabbit. Looks like a little bunny rabbit. Maybe that's why it keeps going after it. But I know that the walls were blue. They weren't blue, okay? But that's actually the sheetrock. So, okay. I have a curtain rod coming today. So, good stuff, right? So, it looks like we have a booth. We're going to have a booth at the Pride Parade in Brighton this year. Yeah, so if you're looking for some service work and you're in my area, we always use your help. The more the merrier, right? I've invited Alan on also. I've let the central office know. I don't know what it is, but the people in my district are not writing me back. There's a lot of people not writing me back. And when that happens, I usually need to make this phone call today. Darn it. Keep forgetting about that. All right, so we are at the 3-minute mark. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I always want to say I'm an alcoholic afterwards. I am, but I don't want to feel like people think I'm talking for AA, because I am not. Most definitely not. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I have a lot of rewatchers. Watch the rewatchers. Watch the rewatchers. So, thumbing through AA Comes of Age, and what we're kind of talking about is what are our responsibilities, and I think a good place to start would probably be the responsibility statement, since it's something that we all know. Let's talk about the responsibility statement a little bit. It goes as such: when anyone anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of AA always to be there. And for that, I am responsible. Okay. Now, the original, why did we put this out? That's kind of what we got to talk about. Why did we put this out? We did it for the professionals, for the doctors, the lawyers, the judges, the teachers, the counselors, the therapists, the psychologists, the psychiatrists, okay? For all these people, essentially people of trust, okay? People of trust are the people that deal with us on a daily basis, but also have a duty of keeping us protected, like a teacher. A teacher is a person of trust. A counselor, person of trust. A person of trust does a couple of things. Number one, they keep their damn mouth shut, depending on the situation. But they also report. Part of our responsibility as professionals is reporting when something is wrong. Because when something goes wrong in mental health, it has the ability to kill that person. And we'd like to avoid that if we can. We really would. Okay. That's basically what we are very much trying to avoid, is the death of other people. Okay. But really, this comes down to, letting your doctor know. That's a good example of, letting your doctor know that you are an alcoholic and you are a person that can help. I offer this all the time. They don't always take it. They seem to think, that they have the answers. It doesn't always happen. Some feel it might be a conflict of interest. I had one therapist. She was pretty good about asking questions and things like that. So, sorry, I was thinking about therapy. I need to get back to my therapist. Thinking. Okay. So, letting people in our lives know what it is that we're doing. What are some of our other responsibilities? And you might as well just take whatever we suggest and turn those into responsibilities if that's something that you want in life. If what you want in life is something better, if you want to move forward, if you're trying to be a better person, okay? What are some of our other responsibilities? Well, the number one thing I am responsible for is my actions. That is one of my responsibilities. I am going to take accountability for my actions. Okay. Now, the word consequences isn't necessarily a bad word. There are good consequences in this life. So that is going to be my first responsibility, owning my actions. Another one of my responsibilities is my own emotions. Yeah. This is a tough one for a lot of people. It was a tough one for me because in my mind, my feelings wanted to make these things facts, and they're not. Feelings are not facts. I want them to be, but they're not. It's one thing that I've had to accept. I thought my feelings were my intuition, and that was wrong. I was wrong. My feelings are my perception on what's going on around me. And so my reaction to that emotion is my responsibility. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Triggers. Yeah. Another hard one. Another hard one. I mean, now that doesn't mean that you should just go around and put up pictures of needles and things like that. I don't know how it is for other people in other addictions. I know for alcohol, it's all over the darn place. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I can't get on Facebook. I can't watch something, do something without me seeing alcohol or something somewhere. And in the beginning, it was kind of tough, but anymore, I don't, most of them, I don't even notice it anymore. I tend to tune out when commercials come on. So, or I mute the television because I do not like I don't like shit being shoved down my throat. And these ads are not centered for people like me. So it's got this stupid fucking music and these people doing stupid things. And no thanks. No thank you. So this comes back to essentially you've got to take responsibility for everything. Yeah. Here's a good question, and I'm not saying you're responsible for it, but I'm going to ask if you would feel responsible. What if you saw somebody else hurting someone else physically? Would you do something about it? Let's do a different one. Let's do a different one. Because when it comes to physical, that's not fair. That's not fair to people. Because some people, and it's a legitimate, yeah. So, horrible example. Let's say you see somebody 13 stepping somebody else in a meeting. Are you going to do something about it? Now that you've seen it, do you feel responsible for doing something about it? Because I do. I do. It's a spot it, you got it. Okay. It's kind of like, you ever had an argument with somebody out in front of the house and the neighbors call the cops? See, when we make our problems other people's problems because we display them in public, when you do that in public, you are putting your problems on other people. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something. Most of this world is down with OPP. That means they're okay with other people's problems. That's what we like to watch. We like to watch other people's problems. Makes us feel better. Gives us a sense of superiority, of which we call gratitude. It's not gratitude. That's superiority, and it's horrible. It's a bad, bad thing. All right. We're responsible for what comes out of our mouths. We're responsible for every action that we make. Everything that I do, I'm responsible for. Okay. Now it sounds like this is bad, but it's not. It's actually the biggest gift in the world that God has now allowed you to freely go and help his children. And the thing is anyone's capable of this. Anyone is capable of this. But for people like you and me, if we want to live a good life, it's what we have to do. It's what I have to do. And I've found that most people that are happy in the program have done the same thing. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. No, it was here, so it's shorter. Turns out exactly the way it's supposed to. So, somebody will see it. I love you. Peace out. And